Hi, good morning, Luxees. Good evening, wherever you are. As you can see, I'm in a different location because I'm somewhere else. We're back to the Publix Live. Welcome back. And of course, I
Welcome
have
back.
my co-host and partner, Kat L, with me. Actually, the other side. If you're new to this live stream, we do this every single weekend, Friday in Vancouver time, and then Saturday in Asia, Hong Kong, Singapore time. And yeah, subscribe to us to keep up with the schedule because we have public lives and members live. So yeah, we had we had some discussion between Kat and I. We're like, what are some of our most worst purchases of the year, like this year, stuff that we bought this year and that we consider worst purchases? Now, worst purchase doesn't have to be like, oh, they're bad. Don't buy it. It's such a bad item. It doesn't have to be that way. It could be a bad experience for you, or it could be something that you never really used and then that you bought. It could be a multitude of reasons. So for me, I selected 5 items. They're all kind of different reasons. I think, Kat, you said you're going to go from best to worst?
I've like I've got like 5, 6 items here. Yeah.
Okay.
So mine's like a mixture. I mixed it up a little bit.
Good.
Cheeky.
So since you have 6 items, you have slightly more than me. Do you want to get started with your first one?
I think it's 6. No, I'll start anyway. I don't know. I'm just looking at us all a mess here. Okay. The way I went about worst purchase is because it was more of like worst purchase, like a personal experience and what it has done to me. So it's because I have done worst purchase videos like, oh, this bag's no good, it's not functional. So I thought today one is sort of like why, though I may like these items, I feel they're not like the best items that I bought this year. Okay, we're gonna start with one super fun one. And the worst, okay, inverted commas, worst purchase this year for me is the Labubus.
What?
It has kicked off a crazy obsession. It's bad. It's so bad. Like, let me just tell you, it is 11:06 here in Singapore. I actually was lining up in Bugis. So if you're in Singapore, I was actually in Bugis at 10 a.m. just now, lining up to try and get a box. Okay. So I woke up early, did all my errands, rushed to the Bugis Pop Mart store, stood in line there for like at least 20 minutes and said, no, I can't make it. And I rushed back here, which is why I look a little sweaty. I was trying to get a box of the Crybaby. I'm obsessed. So I was like, okay, if I did not start buying these things this year, I would not have this craze. Okay. So to me, I love it, but it's bad. It's like there is this like a slight addiction to it. Slight addiction. Slight, okay. Look, yeah, slight, okay. And then I'm buying crap. I'm buying like cars. And look at this.
Oh, we lost Kat. She was about to show us her. Okay, well, I'll come back whenever you do. We'll give her a minute. What happened? Her Labubu took over her live stream.
Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
I touched the Labubu and it clicked on the computer.
Yeah, therefore your Labubu took over your life.
I know, it took over my life. And look at this one.
She's doing yoga.
I know.
Right? Reaching for the stars.
Yeah. It is bad. It's bad. Like, it's wow. And it's worse because I'm spending money on these things that have no value, frankly. I mean, I could resell them right now. They're trendy, right? But I know it, but I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed. So yeah, they will actually one day be like bad purchases because one day they're gonna be sitting in my house, and which they are at the moment, they're back there, and they're gonna just collect dust like trolls. But I have an obsession now. Like, it is not funny, okay? I actually, yeah. So to Joe's point, I woke up early, not for the labubu, but I had to wake up to walk my dog, to do everything, and then rush to Bugis. And I was like, I cannot wait here any longer. I'm going to be late for the luxury live show. And I rushed back. The line was insane. Okay. It was at least 100 people in front of me. So I may be mad, but there are people mad as well. Oh my gosh. So much better than the rodeos. I'm telling you. So much better than the rodeos.
Well, I mean, you knew what you were getting into because we had this discussion maybe a few lives ago. You were just getting into it. Well, you had a couple, I think. But, it's sort of like, it's okay to have this obsession because these are not like, it's not like you're wasting your whole fortune in it, right? But I get what you mean. You have like maybe like a certain guilt for like buying one too many or a few too many.
It's one way too many that I am actually going. I was playing around with the Mart website yesterday, and I was like, ooh, I wonder if I could buy it in the UK. And I did. I bought 6 labubus in the Mart UK website, and I sent it to my brother's house, and I said, take it back for me. And he was like, you are crazy. I'm like, I know, I cannot help it. I'm collecting these little figurines. They're so cute.
They are cute though.
They are cute. So
it's okay. You can pass them on to someone else.
It's a worst thing that has. I mean, it's a fun worst thing, but yeah, it's bad. I don't have space in this house to collect all this junk. Yes, it has kicked off a little obsession, which is so bad because I told myself I should not be collecting anymore. But here I am collecting.
But it's only been a few weeks. Like, it hasn't even been that long.
I need to stamp it out.
Okay, I want to encourage the Luxees, everyone in the comment section and the chat to also share your like whatever your worst purchase is for you, okay? And then we'll look through your worst purchases. Okay, so thank you, Kat. I'm gonna share one of my first ones. Mine are not really in any order. I just thought of whatever I bought this year because I feel like I didn't buy like too many. Like, I mean, I bought a lot of things this year. And we'll try to. I'll try to just limit to the luxury brands, right? But this year, I don't think I bought any Chanel yet. As far as you guys have seen. So it's really all Hermes. And I was just like thinking, like, what are the worst ones that I got this year? And unfortunately, one of the ones that I'm like, it popped up in my mind right away as I was going through my own Instagram feed, which was not even that much. I didn't post that much this year, is the jacket I'm wearing today. So you were like wondering, how could this jacket be the worst purchase, right? Like, this jacket I got in Hawaii. I think it was coming in between the time I was traveling. So I went to Hawaii in February this year, and I started seeing pictures of this jacket on Instagram. So it's just on Instagram feed. It wasn't on the Hermes website. It was just like whatever people were posting in advance, like, oh, hyping it up, like this is coming out next season, right? The spring summer collection. And so it was like already set in my mind, like, oh, I like this jacket, something different, right? So I'll try to get it. So when I was in Hawaii, and then although I didn't ask for this jacket in particular, because I asked for something similar, they didn't have that, but then they had this instead. So I tried it on. I liked it. I was like, oh, but I liked it enough to buy it, right? So I bought it, and I mean, it looks nice, right? I'm wearing it today with a tube top. It looks nice. But for whatever reason, because I brought a bunch of things with me on this trip, for whatever reason, every time I were to put this on, it just didn't go. Like it didn't match anything like bag wise or shoe wise, whatever. It just didn't match. So I always took it off. Like I think I wore it once during this trip and I just didn't feel it. Like I didn't feel the vibe. And that's how I felt also throughout the year about this jacket, because it just didn't, like, the vibe just didn't work. So is it really like a bad purchase per se? Like, is it like a bad jacket? Is it a bad design? No, but maybe it's the print, maybe it's the color, because you guys know with me and gold, it doesn't always work out. Maybe even if I wore a gold bag with this, it's just like a little overdone, like too much. I don't know if it's I guess it's the print and the color. It could be, because the white is fine. I don't mind the white, but the print is busy. And so I think that's the thing. Like sometimes for me, right, the lesson learned here is it's not the worst purchase like ever. I can still wear it. But it's not like my favorite, like I must reach for jacket. And also the lesson learned here is whatever you see on Instagram, don't hype yourself up so much. Like I think that's the thing. I hype myself so much, and then I saw it in Hawaii because that's like the collection that just launched when I arrived. And then because I liked it enough and I had a goal, I wanted a bag, so I bought it. But I could easily have spent the money on this jacket on jewelry, on other small leather goods. Like it could be a multitude of things because these jackets are not cheap.
Yep.
So yeah, this unfortunately, this jacket, because I have a couple of these varsity jacket, but this one is the one that I always put on and I'm like, and then I remove it. It looks great on the live though, because I guess on the live you don't see the rest of my like the PJs I'm wearing right now, but like it's just never matched the rest of my outfit. I think
Jerusha is here. I can see Jerusha. Hi, Jerusha.
Hello.
It's good to see you. Waiting for you to pop back onto YouTube. More again, not just one video.
So yeah,
I like the jacket. Print on your shirt. I mean the jacket. But I can see what you mean. You need to. It's like, yeah, it's it's like you gotta find a way to match it, right?
Yes, that's the issue. It's like I think unless I'm just wearing such simple, like I tried to wear like a beautiful skirt, and then I put this on, I'm like, just like it just makes it so casualized, and I'm like, okay, then doesn't work. So unless I'm wearing like white shorts and like a tank top underneath, like super sporty, and I'm wearing some white sneakers, then yeah, sure, it works. But that's so limited, right? It's so limited as how I can dress up this jacket or dress down this, whatever. Like this jacket just makes me work so hard and never seems to work very well for me. So the print, I think, is so important.
Jerusha,
like nice prints
asking us a question. She's asking you a question. Could you pop her on? What are you doing now?
Do you want me to?
Do you want me to? Do you want to join us now, or do you want to join YouTube? Of course, we want you back on YouTube.
Are you back, Jerusha? Because I thought you were taking a break.
Yeah. Type something. So yeah, no, if you can send, yeah, pop in for a bit.
Hold on. Are you sure, Jerusha?
We haven't seen her in like how do you pop her in? You can't, right?
We can, unless we send her the exclusive link, like the private link. Anyway, you'd have to message us like separately, like message me, Jerusha, on Instagram or whatever, and I'll give you the link.
You watch your phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, you take a look at that. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so your jacket, yeah, it's well, I like my colorful jackets. I have the black one, but I can see what you mean because you kind of like need to match it. But mine is at least black and white, right? So it's still,
Yeah.
but it's still a busy print. So if your print and you're finding brown is difficult, I can imagine why you say
It's the brown.
you
Yeah.
need to like there's like effort to it. Like you need to put a little effort into using it. But I still think it's beautiful. And jackets can be a little bit more busy.
Sorry. Yeah, I think for me it's because I have the other jacket also, right? It's more beige and white. So that one, even though it's still busy, it's also a very busy print. But I think the color is a little lighter. I have a easier time to wear it. Still, I have to work around the jacket. I think that's the problem. That when you have to work around one single piece, yeah, think twice. Maybe don't buy it right away. Like try it on, take some pictures, sleep on it, come back the next day or the next week. If it's not there anymore, maybe it's not maybe it's not meant to be anyway. So like I think some of these things, because they're not cheap, right? Like this is still over 3,000 Canadian plus tax. It's not just like change money, right? It's not like it's just a few coins or buying like vegetables. It's a significant amount of money. Like this, you can buy a bag at LV.
Oh yeah.
Or you can buy, I don't know, several card holders even at Chanel. So like it's not chump change. So I think sometimes for me, I still have to like as far as I am concerned, I got wiser over the years, but I still make these subtle mistakes, right? It's not like I'm not like not gonna wear this jacket. I will. I just have to work harder that day if I want to wear this jacket. Yeah. So that's why it's one of my worst purchases.
Yeah. It's like you use it, right? So I'll go the opposite. I'll share mine.
I mean, I brought it with me, so I want to use it.
Okay. I'll talk about this one then. This one for me is, I know it's in the same, I guess, same trend where it's like a little bit like a collector's piece. And it's actually bad. It's the worst. It's my worst. It's my worst purchase for the year. And I think you know which one I'm talking about, right?
I think I know.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Look, it's still wrapped up. It's still wrapped up in its baggy. It's like my Labubus. I freaking love it. But it's a bad purchase because it's one of my worst purchases because it's money literally sitting in the cupboard, untouched, staying around there, and I really don't know when am I going to be able to use it. It's so. Let me just take my other Labubu out. Like this one. In my head, I'm like, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna pop it out of the box because it's so freaking cute and I'm gonna use it. No, it's still in the box. I tried to take it out yesterday. I took it out like this. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna take it out today. I'm gonna hang it on my handbag. And the moment I took it out, I was like, you're so cute. You're so clean. You're so cute. I'm like, maybe another day. And I put it back. And it's the same with this bag. I have countless times taken it out from the cupboard and like, oh, I'm going to use you today. I'm like, oh man, what if I scratch it? What if I dirty it? And I talk myself out of it. It's like, obviously the cost is like this far apart.
Mm-hmm.
But I have the same difficulty. And for this, the money could be in my bank. It could be earning, it could be working for me, but here it is sitting in my cupboard. I am like, I shouldn't. You see, I want to say I shouldn't have bought it, but at the same time, like if I didn't take it, it will also haunt me. Yeah, it'll also haunt me. Yeah, it's so messed up. Okay, psychology messed up. I don't know what it is. I just can't. I can't. I think there's a guilt. There's the preciousness feeling about it. So, because if you compare the two, they're exactly the same. I cannot. I can't. And this is not like I could buy another one. I can use one, but I just can't. So I'm like, I couldn't take it out. So stupid. So dumb. I know, so dumb. I don't get it. Like, if anybody learns psychology here, can you just help me out? Because I am trying to overcome this preciousness of items. But yeah, here we go. I have one very expensive handbag in my collection that I truly love. I look at it, I admire it, I collect it. But I cannot get over the fact that I can't get over me using it, like damaging it or something. I don't know. So yeah, definitely one of the worst purchases, because I really didn't. Honestly, if this bag, I didn't even buy it, it wouldn't have in my like I didn't even need it. I didn't even need this bag. Oh my goodness.
It's a hard one because anytime an essay or your essay presents you with an offer, like especially box, right? Like box is such a, I don't know what's the right adjective to use. It's not hyped up as in hyped up, but it's such a desired leather, right? Like everyone wants to at least experience it, even though it's oh, you can't open the link?
No, you have to open it on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I sent her the StreamYard. Yeah, you can't go on YouTube to come on, babe. I just sent you the StreamYard link already.
Copy that link on your Chrome.
So you have to use either your phone, but you have to use Chrome because Safari won't work. Chrome, or you go on your laptop and use
put it in the address at the top.
Yeah. Just copy paste the link here. I'll paste it again. I know Instagram sucks because Instagram always like makes the whole like because I can't just when I send the link and then it pops up the whole image. So yeah, but copy paste that link or open it via the copy paste the link in not Safari, basically Chrome or other browsers, because just Safari doesn't work. Or just use your phone and come on.
Ubi Bao Bei. Hate to see you burdened by the bag. Please send it my way. I know. It's killing me. I mean, I don't know. I think I need to, like everyone has been telling me, just take it out, okay? Get it get that first, dent. And then it'll be done with. I don't think I can take it. I
mean, it's still gonna be hard, babe, because I think taking that first step is like the hardest.
Look at how
I don't know how to help you.
Look at how stiff it is. It's practically I cannot even open. It's like oh my goodness.
But you know what's funny though? You know what's funny, Kat? Because I met you a couple times already, right? Like you're not like you're gentle, you're careful with your things, but you're not like the most gentle person I know, because I think I'm the most gentle. Well, me and another friend I know are like the gentlest people on our bags. So I felt like you're the type of person who would be willing to like use up a bag like this, like, you know, use up and then just like put the wear and tear. Like you just give me that vibe of person, type of
I
person.
am,
Like,
which is why it's so extreme. It's so extreme. It's like when I set my head to a bag, then like I always talk about it, right? My Chanel 22 and the Lindy. And if you see in my toolbox, it is nasty. But then there are these pieces that I cannot be myself on, which I think, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Okay, I see Jerusha just joined, but you have to allow your camera so that we can see you, because right now we don't see your face. Allow your camera and mic. Yeah, I think she's slowly like coming online. Once I see her face, I'll put her on. Because right now I think she's still having some technical issues.
I think Joe is
like,
right.
Go on the settings. Yeah, go on the settings, and then there's like camera. Then you have to like choose which camera you use, which was probably your laptop camera, and then
While Jerusha clicks a camera, let me pull this one.
Yeah.
Joe's like, I think Kat is stressed by the bags that need a little bit more care. Like white bags and bags with delicate leathers. I can understand from the perspective. I think so. I haven't pinpointed what exactly it is, but I'm pretty sure those, for sure it's white bags and for sure it's delicate leather. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's definitely one of the reasons. And the price factor, but then again, that's
the price. Yeah. No, I think the price will always be something at the back of your mind. Like, okay, Labubu is still maybe 100, whatever. I don't know how much they are, but let's just say they're $100 for a limited edition, right?
Yeah.
The bag is how many times more? 200. That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
It will always be at the back of your mind.
It will be at the back of my head, lah. So I
yeah.
cannot run from that. Look, as I'm talking, I'm rapping. Look at me. I cannot be saved.
Oh my gosh.
So
what's going
I have
on,
put this in the worst category. I put it in the worst category because I really have not been able to use it. And I just and have not been able, don't want to use it, sitting there like a trophy, which is something that I don't want to do with things that are just things. And it causes me to feel quite a bit of guilt because it's just there. And I'm sort of like going back against what I say, because you shouldn't take everything that your essay offers you, right? And there I am. Yeah. This thing, knowing that it is going to cause me mental grief. Happy, but like it's just this whole oppositeness that I'm like, why am I doing something that I know I shouldn't? I should just get leathers that are easy for me to handle. So I guess it's a lesson for myself. No, if I get offered another box bag, maybe this is me saying, okay, have the taste of the box leather, but you know that's not for you, and don't do it. Maybe it's a little bit like that. So like the white bags that I had, right? My white Mini Kelly, and then I had the white Constance. I tried it, right? But now it's sort of like I don't have them anymore. Are they really in that? Oh, there she is.
Here, let us add Jerusha on the screen. She's finally figured out her camera situation. Hi, babe. How are you?
Wow, we are so honored.
Testing.
We hear you. We hear you. We can see you now.
Can you see me? Can you see me? Should I have my phone upright or like YouTube style?
No, you're fine.
You're fine. We see you.
Oh my God. That was a
welcome back to YouTube. I thought you were never coming back
to YouTube on the Luxury Live Show. You look
It's
wow. You look so
been-
good. You look so
it's
fresh.
been-
You look so refreshed, Jerusha. You look so like.
I am so. That is exactly it. It has been 6 months. It has
What?
been, yeah.
No.
I just looked.
6
Wait,
months?
last time you came was when? May? No way.
6
No
months.
way.
6
No
months.
way.
I can't
How
believe
have
it.
you been? I saw on your IG that you're on this health journey. Like
Yeah,
what?
I
Like
will.
new health journey.
Well, in my last video on YouTube, I did a giveaway.
Yeah,
I don't
saw
even
that.
know what I'm looking at, honest to God, because it's a website link through the StreamYard.
Yeah.
How do I open you guys? I forget how to do this from our last live.
Okay, are you on a laptop or on a phone?
I'm just on my phone.
Okay, so you should have on the side, because if you want to see the comments, then you won't be able to see us. I think that's what it is. Then you can. There's a different tab where you can like see the chats.
See what she's looking at.
But yeah, on the phone it's more limited. But I assure you, you look fine. Like if you rewatch the live later.
I don't mind what I look like. You guys are like literally in like.
Yeah, it's only gonna be the
No
size.
choice. It's really
phone.
small.
Oh no. Okay, well that's fine. Am I meant to be on the side?
You're fine. You're in the middle right now on
Look,
YouTube.
can you see yourself on the side as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Hi.
Hi.
This was the weirdest timing because I really want to tell Jessie to come in the comments, like watch the live, because she will be pissing herself laughing because I just was in the car wash, like the auto wash, and I was in the line. There was like a 4-car lineup for the auto car wash. So I've been chatting with Jessie Styles a lot on WhatsApp just recently, and I just like wanted to reach out to her. And so I left her a video message. You know, I've done that to you, Amy, where I'm like, I can't text all this garble, so I need to talk to you. And I just sent her this message. I was like, I just need to talk to you. It's 6 months. It's almost
It's 6 months
days.
since you said goodbye.
Yeah, because YouTube, because like from creators' end, if like YouTube contacted me, it was like, what the hell is happening? Like it's almost been 90 days. Like, are you, well, because like if your content is not coming, so.
Yeah.
And when they first, and I was like, oh, wow, I didn't even really figure that out. But this is the perfect way to be with you guys because it's just a good day to chat. I feel like I messaged Jessie and I was just like, I don't know.
You don't know if you're gonna come back.
Not that I don't know. I'm not saying I don't know, like as in like I just don't know how I feel anymore. Does that make sense?
Mm.
You're like, are you in a therapy session, Jerusha? What are you talking about? I've mentioned this to you, Amy, though. Like when you step back, it becomes so comfortable to not be on. And that's why in that giveaway from my last video, it had been ages and I was like, I'm going to choose the winner. And I was like, no, I'm not going to choose the winner. I'll choose it later. And then, I just couldn't get out of the funk. And then I chose the winner and I was like, I can't just text this. Like, I can't just be like, yay, congratulations. Like, so I came back on and did that video because I was just like, I want to say hi. But, Jessie is messaging me. Jess, I wanted to just. Have I gone away? Jessie, I'm on the live.
We can hear you. we can hear her. Wow, it's 6 months.
Watch the live on
I
YouTube.
don't believe it. It's really 6 months. I'm
Comment.
looking at Jerusha's
Yeah.
I
time's
know.
flying, man.
Like,
Time really
coming up
flies. Like,
on-
Oh, I thought
know,
it just
right?
felt, Jerusha, it just feels like maybe 3 months. It feels
I know.
like 3 months since you made your announcement. You're
I
going to take a
know.
step back, but it's 6
Yeah.
months. Wow.
Right. I was like, and when I got the message, because I have a publicist in LA and they're amazing because they deal with creators all the time and big creators over there, obviously. A lot of them in the digital space, so gamers and stuff like that. And when they first reached out to me, that was like 4 years ago. And I remember I was like, no, I'm not having any press because it's not that kind of space. And then it grew and it grew and it grew. And it just, as I said in that video, like the pressure stacks up. And I was rubbish. I was just the bottom of a shit pile, to excuse my language. And I just was horrible. I was a horrible person. I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't hang out with anybody. I had my kids and Will and that mom, and that's it. And I just stacked on the weight, didn't take care of myself, didn't care to take care of myself. And I think when you get to such a low point in life, what do? You have to step back. And for us, we have to A, bring the content, B, work out what the content is, C, it also matches with our life. So for us, and especially the three of us, that's what I used to, I think, at the end really hate the most is like, oh, now all you buy is Hermes, all you like is Hermes. No, it's so out of reach. You don't even care about Louis Vuitton anymore, and so on and so forth. And I remember hearing this really great interview once that was like, when you hang out with people that make $100,000 a year, you see what it's like to make $100,000 a year. When you hang out with people that make $1 million a year, you see what it's like to have $1 million, and so on and so forth. So for us, it's like we have Louis Vuitton or we have Fendi, and we see what it's like, and then we move up to, you know, Chanel or Bottega, which is heaps more in a different bracket, and then we see what that's like, and then we move up to the top tier, which is obviously essentially Hermes, and the way it's structured, the way the house is structured, and the way you journey, whatever. And then you play in that arena and see what it's like to be around that most of the time, right? And then you either stay up there or you work out where you are and what you like. And I think what becomes difficult in our circle of luxury fashion is how you make that relatable. And a lot of the time towards the end, I felt like I wasn't relatable and I didn't like what I was creating. And you heard me say that. I was unhappy. And because you give yourself, you literally give who you are. And that's, you know, it's a form of entertainment. It's a form of reality, I suppose, in a way. We're like a reality show. I know a few of the vloggers, the big vlogger girls over in Britain, in England, they like, it's brutal over there, you know. It's really, really high content and quality and collaborations and advertising, and the brands are willing to pay for the influencers because they're truthful about it and they like the stuff. So, you know, I've had chats with Lydia and Elise Millen, and she's just like, it's a lot. You're entertainment, you're a TV show, so you've got to, you know. So I think what I said to Jess just before in the car was, I don't know if I'm coming back. I don't know if I'm done. I don't know if this is it, and like I've achieved what I've achieved. And if I did come back, it wouldn't be the same. It would be a completely different form of content. It would be, do you know what it makes me feel like? It would be old school Jerusha, like this, sitting down in front of a camera on the floor, just literally reviewing my stuff. Like, don't you feel like we never show our handbags anymore? Don't you feel like that?
Yeah, definitely, Drew. I think, the past few years, and we've had, myself and Amy, we had conversations like that you put a lot of work into, say, like your old school content, right? You put all this work into, say, reviewing say the Speedy. You tell them the measurements, you tell them what's in the bag. But the engagement is not there anymore. Yeah. I mean, unless you're doing it just for like the old school.
But that's
the old
the thing. And
but then,
that's exactly it. Unless, that's it. Keep going. Unless you're just
so
doing
then
it
when you do it and you put all this hard work into it for yourself, but people are not watching. They are not appreciating it. Or you're not getting what you used to get. And then it's sort of, then you sort of ask yourself, wait a minute, what am I doing wrong? And
why am I putting in the effort if I'm not getting any engagement? So this 6 months has made me go, wait a second, what do I need it for? What do I need the big hurrah charade world life for? You girls have corporate jobs, I have companies, and I don't need to push myself. But as success grows, like you just heard me say, once you're around $1 million, you see what it's like to have $1 million. When you're around $2 million, you see what it's like to have $2 million. And the want and the thirst grows. So you see the engagement and you see, oh my God, I just got a play button. Oh my God, I'm going to grow. And that's tenaciousness of humans. And that's fine. That's how we're built, if that's what you want to do. But at the same time, if you lose the passion for what you originally started for, which is a perfect example of me, because I started, Amy, I'm sorry, Kat, I started doing this, going like this and touching it and feeling it and smelling it and showing you the buckles and going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And the excitement and the love of that. So taking a step back and for it to be something like 6 months and go, I said to Amy, like, do I love it anymore? I said to her, I'm on an HERMES journey still, but why am I on an HERMES journey still? What do I want out of it? And the freedom to walk in there with my sales associate and be like, she's like, what are you shopping for? I'm like, I am obsessed with a horse crop. She's like, what? Jerusha, you don't own a horse. And I'm like, I know, but I'm so obsessed with the brand. I just want to frame a horse crop. For anyone watching,
what are you going to use it for, Jerusha?
For anyone watching, that's a horse whip. I also want to frame a horse saddle from HERMES. Like, what a goal. A horse saddle from HERMES. And we was like, we'll box it. We'll put it all in this like pine box.
But Jerusha, when you said, I'm going to go back to what you said earlier, how you don't feel as relatable anymore. I can see what you mean from like the content creation's perspective and the audience participation or like just the viewership. But from a point of view of your own growth, because you just said it, you started with LV and we all watched you from those videos originally because that's why
a few bags because of you.
But now you're into the horses, which is completely fine. Like, I think we are allowed to have our own growth. And I think the way we become relatable is a different audience. Because, I can't lie about the fact that I started with LV as well. I wasn't maybe as identifiable with the brand as Chanel, perhaps. Sorry. But, like, I'm into Chanel and Hermes right now, right? Like, I step into LV just to look around, but there's nothing that excites me. I'm never really gonna buy any more LV. That's the truth. And I
That
think
is the truth,
the
right?
way
And
that I
that's
become relatable is through the audience that likes Hermes and Chanel, and that is completely fine. I think people that appreciate, even if they like LV, for example, and I don't make any more LV content, they can still appreciate the fact that I have something to say about, like, I have an opinion. Like, if they ask my opinion, I'll give them an opinion. It'll definitely be more objective because I'm coming from more of a third lens now. Because when you love something so much, you'll buy it right, no matter what. Like, even if it's a tiny little nano bag that fits nothing, if you love the brand, you're going to buy it. But I will be able to provide more of like a third party objective point of view. Whereas if you ask me anything about Hermes and Chanel, it's going to come from more of a current experience and current, like,
because you're participating right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it just depends on what you want to achieve, right? Like, I do agree that the viewership is lower now. I don't know if it's really all about the brand that we focus now or more like the economy as well, maybe a bit of both. It sucks to see that, but I think if your goal is to maintain a high viewership and, like, you know, the success scale and keep growing that way, then yeah, I think catering to what the audience wants is more important to you, and to go back to the roots. For me, I think it would be, I feel dishonest and like ungenuine to suddenly go back to talking about LV because that's not where my heart is right now. So I wouldn't feel like I'm relatable if I started being like, oh, you know what, I'm into this and that. Like, right now I'm into this. Right now I'm into this. So I feel more relatable talking about these things as a person, maybe less as a content creator, like less coming from less of a growth perspective, but more as a personal journey. I feel more relatable and genuine that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That is.
So Jerusha, let me ask you, if you decide to come back, okay? So you say, okay, I'm coming back. I'm gonna do old school Jerusha, which is, you know, sit in front of the couch, show your bags, all of that.
And we love that.
And we love that. Actually, that's great.
Yeah.
I think we're missing. Actually, I miss that kind of content as a viewer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what are you planning to share? Because
everything
is it everything? Okay. No, like what? Like, is there
everything?
Are you gonna focus on a brand?
Right. Everything that I have, every experience I've had. I was speaking. Sorry, I just took like mental notes. Plus, I also have amnesia, so I took mental notes of what you said, Amy. But just going back to Kat talking about engagement and that relating back to what you're saying of relatability to your actual content. So when I was saying Lydia or Amelia, those girls make vlogs, big vlogs in London or whatever, because it's relatable to someone's life there, and they're in the beauty fashion space. Yes, they buy Hermes. Yes, they buy Chanel. Yes, you know, Lydia has the most insane Louis Vuitton trunk collection. She basically has her horse top to toe in Hermes, like saddle crop. But so that's perfectly relatable to say what Kat said about engagement and wanting the engagement, and then what Amy said about the content that you're creating to then get the viewers to engage in it, want to watch it. I'm saying 6 months later, excuse my French, I don't give a shit. I want to come back because I don't give a shit. And this is what I was going to say to Jessie, and she's just WhatsApped me back in a video. Is she on this live? Amy, can you? I can't see anything. I can just see us. I feel like we're on a FaceTime.
Oh, she just said hi.
I can. Yeah, Jessie's here. She said, "Hi, everyone."
So Jessie, hi, baby girl. Sorry, I I didn't able to open your WhatsApp just then. I have 3 videos archived from 2007. So the YouTube boys they soft launched YouTube.
Soft launch.
Did you know this as a dating app or a dating website? They were going to, and then they weren't sure, and then they soft launched it as that, and then they soft launched it as a gaming website so that they could stream, gamers would play each other. Like, that's how it started basically. And then they realized people would upload all these funny kind of like funniest home videos things. You know how YouTube started, right?
Mm.
So in I think it was end of 2007, maybe 2008, I was going to some of my first trips over to my factories that I contracted to in Hong Kong. And I have 3 or 4 videos archived because they're basically in my pocket. It was probably filmed on my Nokia. It's the worst thing you've ever seen. So they're archived, but the purity of that. So going back to what Kat's saying is the engagement's not there anymore on YouTube. Why? Because people want instant gratification. And it's Gen Z, and they don't give a shit. They just want to watch shorts. They want to sit there on TikTok and they want to flick. They're obsessed with this movement. And then they're obsessed with what's being told to them very, very quickly. They only have a short attention span. I want to watch, the latest, what's the latest skin treatments and beauty treatments that are happening. Oh my God, everyone's doing rice water. Everyone's drinking castor oil. Okay, flick, right. That's why nobody wants long form content at the moment. Will it come back around? Of course it will. Because it's YouTube. And we want for that. I want for something to put my ears in. I'm doing the housework right now. I just put my ears in. I want to listen to you guys on your live. I just saw that it was live. I'm doing the washings on. I just want to listen to you guys. I just want to listen to Maddie. Maddie's doing so. I just saw she's done a new video, and I'm like, yes, awesome. That excitement for it's so effortless with her. And when that purity, or what's the word? Innocence. Is that the word? Yes. That's what I feel like, to answer your question, Kat. I would come back if I achieve that for myself. Period. For myself, Amy. That's the answer. Do I need the revenue?
But you can.
No,
you can.
I don't need
So
the
come
revenue.
back. You can literally go watch your videos.
You literally just put up a camera, film yourself talk a bunch, and then go off. You don't need to just do that.
This is my one video right now. Hi guys. This is my
But I don't see
video.
I see your struggle internally, but I feel like you're not giving yourself permission to do it. You totally can. People, you have such a big audience. So many people love your vlogs. They want to just know you as a person. They will watch any videos anyway. Plus, if you decide to come back like that, the way you started, I would still watch you. Everybody would still watch you. And who cares about how
That's
people
the answer. That's the answer to what you just said before. But what you said before is engagement. It does
affect your
it does
the way
dishearten you.
It does.
That's the word, right? Right, Kat?
Yes.
I'm pointing the wrong way, right, Kat? It's disheartening to see your engagement go down, to see your traffic go down, to see, your algorithm and all of what we can see at the back end. So everyone watching as creators, you may or may not no. Now I'm teaching everyone about YouTube. Remember your lives.
But I guess it's do you care more about the engagement, or do you care more about you doing you?
That's what I'm trying. That's what I was messaging Jessie to go. I can't believe it's 6 months. I got the email from YouTube last week and I was like, wait, what? And I was just I was shocked. And I remember my publicist, Luke, sent me this email just saying, we want to let you know that YouTube contacted us and said some of our accounts, creators, are down, because There you go. There's your answer, Amy. It's down. The platform is down. And why? Because they turned around and made shorts. They turned around to make this flick. And so did Reels, because TikTok took over. Is it Gen Z? Sure. But do we still have a play on the internet? Massively. Do you know why? Because Gen Z can't afford the shit we're selling. Excuse my language on this. Excuse my language on this live. This is why I never get invited back.
What are you talking about? You're here right now.
No, but I think Jerusha is
welcome.
sort of like, okay, say Jerusha, you come back. So you're sort of still working out with, though you say like you don't really care, like you don't give a shit about.
You said it. You said it.
You don't give a shit. You're like, I'm back. I'm gonna do the.
Can you come with me?
I'm gonna,
I need to get my cup of tea. Can we go? Can we
I need
just
to
go
put
off
and start? But the thing is,
Say it
when
again,
you
say
do
it
that,
again.
when you
Say it
do
again.
that,
Wait,
and your
I didn't hear
engagement
that.
goes down, are you gonna be okay with that?
Wait, I didn't hear you. Can you start again? I'm just
No,
getting
I
my
said that.
tea.
I don't have that cup. No, I'm saying like if you come back, right, and you do the whole Maddie shop style videos like Jessie, where it's more, like you said, it's pure, right? You just turn it on and then you start, and it's not really scripted in a way.
Right.
Yeah. But then
It's not. What did you say? What did you say, Amy? It's not. It's
Spontaneous.
not.
Spontaneous.
it's more spontaneous.
It's more
Right?
spontaneous. It's not. It's clean. It's not edited.
Yeah.
I don't want to edit.
Yeah, but then
I
Jerusha,
don't.
if you do that, and that's what you want, and then you say that engagement, you don't really care about it anymore, but are you still working on accepting it? Because accepting it is also another step, right? You like, I want it, I see it, and I'm really okay with it. I think that's the struggle. Because I've seen some of the really big creators, because I used to follow some of the really big
And they just drop off, you mean?
Yeah, those makeup creators like Holly and Ray and many of them. And they disappear for a while. I mean, for quite a while, like a year, and then they come back.
Crispy? Everyone?
What's that, sorry?
Michelle Farm?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
them. Right? They disappear. Then when they come back, yeah, they come back.
Jacqueline Hill. Sorry, I'm just
Hill,
everyone.
Marina, the I forgot the name. Marina, what?
Yeah. Yeah. I know who.
All of them. And when they come back and they put a video up, whether it's whatever style they do, the platform is quite vicious, because they sort of, yeah, they're brutal. Yeah, the algorithm is like, okay, you're not around anymore, you haven't created for a bit, bye. And then they impact your engagement. So it's hard to accept, you know.
I'm just
especially
leaving
when you're at the top, right?
Please hold.
She's getting
Well, also, Jerusha, whatever you're feeling, it's not like you're the only one either. Like, all of us, we're feeling that. I mean, speaking for myself, right? Like, the engagement on my videos it's like as if I started this year. It's like just so low. And yet,
but that's what I'm trying to say. The engagement.
And yet we continue to do it. I continue to keep showing up because is it really your passion? Is like my passion is just to be relatable as I am today, and staying true to my myself. And whether people find me relatable or not, whether they want to interact with me or not, engage or not, that is their prerogative. And I trust that, you know, this is either going to be like, that's it. It's just going to keep going down, down, down. And then one day I'll just be like, you know what, it's not worth my time anymore. And maybe I'll step out, or I just keep doing it just because I love it.
But is it worth exactly. It's not worth your time, because why? You have a corporate job. Are you relying on any, guys, if you're watching, we get revenue off ads. Everybody knows that, right? So the content creator gets revenue, da, 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 da. If you have collaborations or sponsorships and you have sponsorship packages, we get paid, da, 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 da. If you want that. If you don't want any of it, you can cancel all of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So whether you want it or not is the question, because then you won't care. So
Yeah.
I can sit down and be like, guys, the review, da 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 da, get 600 views, get 150 views. Do I care about the fact that that's 150 people? Do you know how many people that is? I've said this before. I think I've said this in the live with you guys, didn't I? Like 600 people. Do you know how many people that is? Like 1,000 people watch your video. 1,000 people, like 600 people even coming to your wedding is a shitload of people. So when you think about it, it's like, what do we expect? Because what do we want out of it?
Exactly.
If you're making YouTube your main form of income, then that's fine. You put in the effort. Like I know a lot of girls. Well, Lydia, it's literally her entire career.
Livelihood.
She's got like 5 publicists. She has to make quota per term of creator content. She's got contracts signed with different companies that she has to have delivered. Now, whether the performance is there or not, that can be her own anxiety. But at the same time, it's still advertisement, wherever it is. Wherever it is, it's still advertisement. And people watch. So I think at the end of the day...
But I can also say that some people also moved on from that kind of content. And that is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like not everyone will want to watch that type of such like perfect content almost.
Yeah, absolutely. And the real side, other people want to watch. I spoke to Connor's Closet. He's Aussie from Brisbane, and he was like, oh my God, Jerusha, I'm in such a viewing slump because there's nothing in our community I feel like watching. Everything's, either sponsored or, this shoe brand or this bag brand or this jewelry over and over and over again, and so on and so forth. And I'm so sick of it because I don't know if it's like authentic for it or whatever. And I remember saying to him, it is becoming incredibly a version of advertisement because that's the only way to advertise. So don't hate on that because advertisers and companies are realizing that we're basically the only thing that sells anything these days because there's no other way really to advertise that's, not on the internet. So it's really based around whether you want to or whether you're doing it for enjoyment. And Kat saying that to me is like, would I still care? I think that's what this 6 months has brought me to this point where I just messaged yesterday and went, I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know. I feel like I might have to say I'm retired. And I've been saying to my family, they're all just like, wow, like you're so relaxed. You're so calm. You're so zen. Like, what happened? What happened? You've lost so much weight. Like, what's happened? I said, I retired. Like, I 13, 14 years, I didn't stop being Jerusha Couture. Everywhere in life, and that is who I am. But what do you do when you lose this person that sat down and sold you the Speedy 25 bandolier? Because I was truly obsessed with it. So what am I truly obsessed with now? Do I love it because I love it? Or do I love it because it's my job? Or do I love it because I'm Jerusha Couture? Or do I love it because I'm a YouTuber? See how fickle? See how confusing it can get?
Yeah. Yep.
And at the same time, like all those other YouTubers we just mentioned, Crispy, Jacqueline Hill, I think Michelle Phan, all became, unfortunately, substance abuse heavily, which is really sad, and really big substance abuse. And a lot of entertainers do. All the entertainers that go downhill because of that, because it is so hard to keep up with up here, and you're creating a persona that's not what it is in the background. And how you honestly sit down 6 months ago and say, I'm unhappy, I need to step back and find my happy. And if I found it now after 6 months, how would I bring it back to this platform that I've put all this energy and effort into? That's what I said to Will the other day. I was like, I put 13, 14 years into this. I was sitting in my office. I just made that announcement video for my winner that I just posted. I made that in my office, but it's my display shelves, but it's all packed up. You can, if you see that video, you can see that everything's packed up behind me. I was sitting and I was playing around with bags or something, and I was just laying on the floor, and I just dissolved into tears because I found one of my godmother's records, and I was looking at it and I just lost my shit. I was just like, I called Mom and I was so upset, and I just had one of those like mourning moments where I was just like, I'm never going to hug Liv again. Like, I'm never going to see Olivia again. And I just, you would know, losing loved ones and parents and everyone out there who's lost someone, it's like the most gut-wrenching feeling. But I just dissolved, and I was like, I have created this legacy of the back of my boutique where I picked up a camera and took you guys with me for no reason whatsoever other than to show my fashion label. And Liv was on that journey with me, and what have I done? And I'm just on the floor of my like office studio, and I was just lost it. I was like, and I said to Will, I'm leaving this legacy behind. Like, why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? I truthfully love this. I'm a fashion designer. That is my trade. I graduated from fashion college. That is what I did. Right? And I'm like, I majored in Mugler and in HERMES, in leathers, in HERMES. And I'm just there like, what am I doing? Am I the legacy I've created, I'm just like I'm giving up on? So I was having this moment and I hadn't had a down moment in the whole time since my last video. I hadn't had a really dark moment like that where I was like, and I called Jillian and I was just like, oh my God. And she said, it's like, it's what's up and down?
Fluctuating.
It goes in waves, I guess, like a feeling really down about it. Or if I do retire, am I done? Do you know what I mean? But do I still love all this stuff? Well, if I'm done, what am I doing with all this stuff? And what am I doing with all these bags? Do I love these bags? Do I love these brands? Well, I'm not creating content with them, so do I actually see? So on and so forth, and down the rabbit hole we go. And to answer you, Kat, if I came back, would I care about engagement? The answer is probably no.
There's only one way I see, because the way I see your channel and you as an individual, and just hearing what you just said today and last time even, the only way I see through for you is for you to come back and do what you do best, which is the spontaneous come on live vlogs and talk about your bags. And then, because the thing is, with engagement, because it's not something that you can control. Yeah, you can do your best to follow the trends and whatnot, but that will come and go. Passion is what will drive you and your behavior.
Right. There you
go. by doing that regardless of what engagement is the only way I can see through, because even as just giving an example, I took a short break because I'm on vacation right now. I didn't post any videos for like 3 weeks, and sure, my engagement went down but what was more important to me was for me to spend time with my family on this trip. That gave me more in my life in that short period of time, more than me posting regular videos on my channel. That gave me more value and more like significance to my life than to make sure that my engagement is still in the regular numbers. Right. So the only way I see for you and through is to do that, like to start posting, like to come back, make your comeback, start posting content the way that you originally did. And I think people will like, people that find that relatable will either start watching that again, or they might drop off. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you're doing something that you love.
Right.
And as long as you love it, you'll keep doing it. And I think that is why me and Kat show up on this live stream. It's not like it's not tiring for us to dedicate 2 hours to our lives every single week, actually 4 hours, because we do it twice a week sometimes. That's a lot of time away from our own lives. And it's in the middle of the most like precious time that we can spend it with our own family, because it's usually on the weekends.
Right.
Lunch.
Yeah. And so like for me, it's dinner time. So like, it's not like that's not hard for us either, but we do it because of the community, and like we show up for the community that keeps watching us back. It's only like there's only a few hundred of people that really watch us.
Few hundred,
like members especially.
But
no, the views may be high, like those are like, but the people that always show up in the comment section that we recognize all the time, those are like the devoted
the regulars.
Yeah,
the friend, the community, the Luxees.
Those are the people that we show up for because they care, and so we care because we care about them.
But and so you just said only a few hundred.
No, I know there's like more views than that, but like those are the people that come back all the time.
That's amazing anyway.
It is amazing, and that is why we keep showing up. So like, even though it's not like a million of people or thousands of people, like, you know what I mean? Like,
amazing.
That is.
Yeah.
So I think for me, the way I see for you is like, maybe you're used to a certain number of scale, but I feel like even for you, having a whatever number is still significant. Like, it's significant. It would be significant enough for you to keep showing up for just these people. And I will be one of them. I watch your videos. So like, I feel like the people that care, that care are the people that are more important. Like, those that don't want to engage anymore, why do we care about those people? No. It's like, I think that is, I think that makes the difference between people who quit YouTube because they don't see that kind of engagement, that kind of success. And why are we rating success based on engagement? Isn't your life successful enough as it is with all the things you've achieved?
Right. I feel like I'm interrupting you in excitement to say back 100 years ago when I first started is that wasn't there because I watched the platform. That's another reason that stepping back was needed for me, because I watched this platform grow, and only 6 years ago we were monetized. Only 6 years, promise. They worked out how to create breakthrough ads, start ads, and it was all skippable in the beginning. Now it's not. You're going to have pop-up ads soon. Like, there's just so much I watch. And I remember thinking, why don't they advertise this? Why don't they, give us kickback for advertising this? And then the viral trend started. And that viral trend started on YouTube. The TikTok version only really came off the back of that. And that viral level is what we play off. And we need the engagement and we need the views. But do we? You're like, only a couple of 100 people watch this. But a couple of 100 people is a shitload of people. But we
Exactly.
don't. When do we say enough is enough? When do we go, oh, hang on. Maddie got 2,000 views the other day. 2,000 people watched her video. 2,000 people. Like, it's phenomenal.
I think that is your answer, that right there, Jerusha. That is your answer. Like, there's no
So-
need to think
So
about
I
it.
think, no, Amy, I think
more.
Jerusha needed that 6 months to realize that through engagement, I want to be back the way I want to be. And so when you come back, just come back. Come back and do what
It's
you do
irrelevant.
best.
The engagement is irrelevant because what
Yeah,
people
don't
that
care,
care about
really.
you are the people that matter. And that is
That
all.
That is nail on the head. And that's why, excuse my language, I said I don't give a shit. Because how does this sound horrible? But I have 13 years. Now, the reason I say 13, 14, I had a comment saying, it hasn't been 14 years. I'm like, okay, thanks for going and checking out my last video. Like, what are you doing? You're hating on me, but you're going back and checking with my first, like, you want to go back and check what I said as well? Like, it's like someone going through your knickers cupboard and saying, you don't have 20 knickers? It's like, what? Why are you
I'm pretty
freaking
sure you know better than they do, so it doesn't matter.
to have all that time under my belt and to get to where I got to, and even still up there, and to have, you know, publicists wanting to sell the traffic, and that's essentially what they do, right? So they collect your data and they sell the traffic. You guys know this. Why am I telling you that? They sell your traffic for cookies. We all accept cookies to circulate through the internet, right? Okay. So to get up to that level where people of that caliber and, you know, companies are interested in you like that, I'm done. It's like I did it all. So what do I want from it if I do come back? I want that effortless innocence back. And you're right. You're both right. And in a way, I want that for like our whole community. Because I feel like there's a lot of girls in this community that no one likes anymore. And I don't want to sound like a bitch, but there's a lot that are not relatable, they're rude, and they shouldn't be part of this community because it's not as if they're sharing anymore. And that's what YouTube was based on. And I wanted to step away from it because I felt like no one was really sharing anymore. You two share because you two show up on a live stream once or twice a week. I see it. You're committed to this. You're both in a team for this. As you said, you sacrifice and you show up. What reward do you want from it? The pure engagement with these regular girls and guys that come here, they comment, they engage, whatnot, so on and so forth. And then it will stay on your channels and you share it. That's the other thing, is it's both of your channels. One has it and then the other one has it. It's not as if it's like, do you see what I'm saying? We used to share. If you look at YouTube, that's what the platform is for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's changed, like Jerusha. I think the type of content we share and the way we share, it's changed. But it's hopeful. Like you can feel like you want to go back. Like I would love to just like whip out my bag and like, look what's inside, you know, not have 2-3 cameras, like, you know.
Who doesn't want actually Maddie's new video?
Pull it out and all the receipts all coming out. But
you know what I did want to show the other day? There's things that it's my life. So like everyone's like, oh, you won't have it anymore. And I'm like, how do I show you stuff right now? I'm going to turn you around. This is just a walkthrough while I'm doing my
it's a warm up to your comeback.
Pardon
when
me?
you turn the camera around.
I'm come back. Did you say make sure you come back? I'm pretty
No, I said
sure
this is a warm up, like a warm up. This is practice.
Oh, right, to come back. I thought you said do a walk through of your house and then come back. Remember, you like basically kicked me off your last live because they didn't shut up. That's another thing is Will goes, you have to go back to making videos because you don't shut up in life. You hold people hostage in like our restaurant and you don't stop talking. I said, imagine talking to yourself to like 100,000 people for like 10 years and now you don't. So all I do is talk. This is what my coffee table looks like right now, and I'm not online because my 8-year-old, God knows how, plays chess. I don't know how, and he's really good at it. But I was like, okay, well, if Mussy wants to play chess, I'm going to have to make like, you know, the Messi and Ronaldo picture with the Louis Vuitton trunk and they're playing chess. Do you know that poster or like whatever advertisement?
I think I've seen it.
Show us.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
they're playing chess and they're both like going like this and it's on one of like the
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah. I've seen
I think it's on like the World Cup, like FIFA soccer cabinet. Anyone who knows in the comments. And anyway, it's LV. It's unbelievable. So I'm like, oh, Mussy wants to play chess. Chess. I'm like, I wonder how much a chess set is from MS. And then I'm like, okay.
You don't want to know.
It's really expensive. It's really expensive, but it's really ugly. Like, I was like, I want the chest with like the actual horses and stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm going to buy like a horse head. Like, trust me, it's Jerusha style. But this is what I made it into like this like little chess area for him. Because I'm like, this is what I want it to look like. How do I turn this camera around? Can I?
I'll just turn it around. I
Just
mean,
turn
or
it
you
around.
can, yeah, just turn your
turn
phone
it
around.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So
There you go.
there you go.
Nice.
Don't mind Zaki's little charity box over here. Let's move that. Zaki made a little charity box.
That's so neat. That's neat.
But look, so this is exactly how my life is right now offline. So we have our 2 little ottomans to play chess. And then here, our chess look, we have some fresh roses from my garden. We have our nautical set sitting on my Louis Vuitton city bags, which I got in Paris, and my leather bound, which pretty much everyone has, and Mussy's chess set sitting on top of this exact setup. And that is what it looks like. And over here we have Will's cigars sitting on top of the book that's inside there, and that is what that looks like.
Nice.
And that is what it always looks like because I love that. And that's probably the answer. Coming back because I love it. And that's what
wait, there's a comment for you.
about.
Let me pull this comment. Jerusha, you know, like if when, not if, when
I
you
know,
decide
right?
to come back. Not if, when, all right, when.
So
Have you
this is what I
considered doing
like.
live streams?
This is so funny. This is what I privately wanted to talk to Jess about. But let's just talk to everyone, shall we? Forever now, because this is going to be, that's another thing.
Can you see this, Jerusha? Can you see this question that's on your screen?
Joe. Hi, Joe. Overjoyed. Hi, Joe. She's one of my
So the
dogs.
question is,
I just
Jerusha,
cried.
will you consider hosting regular live streams on your own channel? I'm sure your audience will be eagerly awaiting. Actually, yeah.
So
Jerusha,
Joe,
I think
right. So Joe, you mean that because I'm saying like the effortlessness of just turning on a camera like this?
yeah.
I think that's what she means, right? Because Kat, like, don't you remember? Like, see, I always go. I talk for like 100 years. You guys are like, get off, Jerusha. We have stuff to do. Don't you have to go to yoga soon or something?
Yeah, half an hour from now.
See, I remembered. So I think, is that what you meant, Joy? Like just the effortlessness of a live stream?
Yeah.
Would I do that? No.
No.
No?
Why?
No.
But you're doing it right now.
I'm doing it
right
right
now.
now because this was literally fate. I have no idea. And that was another thing when I was having that horrible moment, just laying there bawling my eyes about Olivia, is I was like, this is going to sound, I don't even want to say this. This is so pompous, and sure, if you're a hater watching, that's fine. I will never forget. Oh, this is so bad. This is such name dropping up myself. I will never forget when I was probably about 18. I will never forget George Michael saying to me, the best thing about Olivia is that the legacy lives on.
Mm.
The legacy lives on. She had been sick. I will never forget the day she was diagnosed, and it was just like horrible, and the whole family, like we were all just like, because back then as well, she was one of the first women, especially in Australia, to stand up and support breast cancer awareness and so on. She's was amazing like that. And I remember being at one of her shows, and there was just this big meet and greet, and Chloe and I were just chatting to everyone, and he was just like talking about her legacy, and it lives on. Now I'm sounding like a complete up myself asshole, but the point is that he said that, and in this moment when I'm like on the floor, like going, I was like, our legacy lives on. This moment of coming on the live with you stays on your channel. My channel stays my channel, and it will forever that YouTube, the platform, is hosted. So we live on. The legacy lives on. So that's where I was just kind of like, oh, hang on a second. It's not like a job that I had and now, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I left the job, I quit my position, and I only get to talk about it.
Yeah,
We
it's
get
still
to
here.
show it.
It's still here. People still, we can still find you. We can still see you.
Right. So I like that aspect of it, that the legacy does live on, and people do, I think, and it's such a compliment. Like, and I've got to respond to that last video that I put up of my winner, because I've got to respond to all the girls on there because we were having chats, because I forgot how to do the stupid video and uploaded it as a short. And I was like, what the hell? I needed to upload it as an actual video and then talk in the comments. So I was like telling all the girls, oh, I'm going to upload it as a video, come back. So I've got to chat in those comments. But I mean, it's just ridiculously flattering how much people are just kind of like, we know you for you. And it's the same with you too. I know both of you for you, because you've taken us along with the journey. You've taken us along with where you've gone, what you've done, so on and so forth. Kat's like, if. So if, not if, when.
And when?
I don't know, because that's what I was calling Jessie to talk about. But instead, hi, everyone.
I think, Jerusha,
everyone.
it's
This
like
is what
when
I
you're
meant.
like now, it's like you're warming up right now. You popped up the other day, and this, I think it's
Is
like
this
you're
the
warming up
warm-up?
to come back, but you gotta only come back when you want to come back. So, because I think for you, I feel like it's the passion of the sharing, and if you don't find it, like you don't feel it, you're not gonna be happy. Then it'll
That's
like
exactly-
your time away will be sort of, like wasted, because you're like,
That's
I'm
exactly-
doing it again. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. And I don't personally want to go backwards from where I'm at in my, I'm a good mom. I'm a good wife. I'm a good daughter. I don't scream. Every day I wake up, if I do my yoga, I say, namaste, what's my intentions? My intention today is not to scream at my children. My intention is to not start arguments, not like have that aggression because I was so stressed to achieve levels and didn't take care of myself and fell out of love with everything I did and me.
Yeah. So it's great.
I
need a break. I need a break because I'm screaming at everybody. I'm like, it eats at you.
I did not stop screaming, and it's just like, it is just so negative. I was in a really, really bad place, though. Just so bad. And I have a traumatic brain injury, so I have to take care of myself because I also have developed epilepsy, and not fitting epilepsy, but just like focal seizures. So I'll just be like, I'm dizzy. So, and they predict that. My neurologists predict the size of my brain injury was like, you can get epilepsy, you can get dementia by 60, like you need to take care of yourself. So I wasn't. So to step back, and as we said, I can't believe it's 6 months. And someone was like, how long are you going to take a break for? And I was like, oh, a year or two.
I think take all the break and all the time you need to heal, but don't, like, I truly think so, Jerusha, and that's coming from like me not seeing the success as people defined by engagement. I truly believe that when you show up because you show up for yourself and you show up for your passion, success will follow. Success comes in so many different forms. It doesn't have to be from a numbers perspective. It can just be from your own sense of achievement. Because like you said, you are a good mom, good daughter, this, that. You have achieved so many things so many people haven't achieved yet. And that alone is success. There's no need to compare yourself to like other people's numbers as success. There's no need. And we always are our own worst critic, because it's not like I don't think about that. I think about engagement too. But if that's the only metric I use, then I have failed in life. Like, that is not the only way to succeed in life. I also have to take care of my own body because I also have a condition. And this year I've taken the effort to do that more consistently. And I see result. And that is also success. And everybody, like Kat, she shows up at her gym teaching people. That is success. There's so many ways to be successful. To be a dog mom, to be a stepmom, to be
dog mom. Where's my dog?
Mom. Like, there's so many we have so much success already. Why do we always have to feel like we haven't achieved yet just because the numbers are not there? I know it's hard not to look at it, but you're so successful and you're enough. You're really enough, Jerusha. Just come back and literally be yourself. That is like the only way I see for you. Like, that is the answer. But take your time, of course. Healing is so important. Your health is so important. When your health is
and
good,
I think you in this few months, you have hit success. Like you said it. You've taken the time to care for yourself. You do your namaste. You make intentions for the day. Nobody needs to see it. Only you.
I'm just literally gonna lose it. This is exactly what I needed. I cannot believe we're live on YouTube right now. It feels like I'm on FaceTime with you two.
You need to come on this show just to get your therapy from us.
Okay,
We're your live therapy.
It was $400 per half an hour.
I will take payment in different forms. I'm just kidding.
Wire transfer. I just feel like that's what it is in a nutshell. And at the end of the day, how I was saying, I was just laying on the floor in the studio going, I don't want to give up this legacy, but realize I have succeeded at like you're saying.
Yeah,
And then
majorly.
I got to a place where I am succeeding in taking care of myself and taking care of this brain. And as you said, I know your conditions as well, Amy, like it's just difficult, but to know when to say, like, that's another thing, Kat, is like if or when, but to know when to say enough is enough.
Yeah.
Like, is that, and then the pressure of feeling disappointing, like I said to Will the other night, like if I retire, to retire, like no one can say they're retiring. Like who can retire at this age? Like that is such an achievement, as you said, Amy, and it's just kind of like, but in our genre or in this genre, other than other companies that I have, which don't really involve me as such, they, you know what I mean? Like property development, you guys know, it's like, I don't have to show up for it like that. But this, which is so personal, is like you don't want to disappoint people. I think that's what I said to Maddie, is I'm just kind of like, you create such a following, even if you think it's just like 100 or 200 people, it's 100, 200 people. And I feel this room, you know, and they might be going through something that they need a little bit of joy from you, that you are wanting to share the joy of this stuff because that's what we originally did.
So
I think it's just about
that I sort of picked up from my own because I mean YouTube is one thing, but I teach classes, right?
You've got the gym, right? You've got the gym,
and it's very rewarding because I'm in front of people, I'm doing a class, I'm teaching, I'm getting people to be with me, but it's actually very draining, meaning you have to be present. So a little bit like YouTube, right? You're on the channel, you've got 100,000 people watching you. So, and you have to show, in a way, you have to show up, even virtually, you have to show up. So for me, when I'm teaching a class, it's always, I have one personality behind the door before I step on stage or I step in front of the camera. There is a different personality or persona that you kind of like put out there. So it's maybe for you, it's you want to be authentic. Like for me on stage, it's like high energy. You know, make sure I'm always smiling and blah, 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 and all of that.
I don't know how you do, and
but then when you walk away,
but you've got to keep
when
your
you walk
body
away, you're tired.
well.
You're tired. So I think what I'm trying to say is, you sort of gotta be. You gotta. The word that one of my senior instructors told me is like, you gotta be human. So you gotta be yourself. Otherwise, it's not sustainable, which is what probably you were experiencing. It's not sustainable. You were feeling a lot of pressures, and it just sort of hit a peak, and you felt so down. So when you have to show up, right, and on YouTube you have to show up, it's better to show up as yourself, which is what you're kind of feeling. Otherwise, it will just eat at you. You got to be yourself. You got to like be human. So be human means you are going to have bad days. You're going to be tired. You're going to be grumpy, because you cannot be 100% every day.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Like, you two have just hit the nail on the head. You've done my therapy session for me. For the whole world to see. For the whole world to see, instead of just Jess. And just Jessie was meant to sit on the phone with me and tell me what we were doing, because that's her concept as well. As she comes on, she talks about what she wants to talk about. It's her topic. And she turns her camera on and she turns her camera off. Yeah. And that's how I started. And I feel like they were both such amazing chats. And I thank you both for saying that stuff, because it's all so true. And Kat, that is such a like aha moment, because you have to go into that gym and you have to be the best. You're the instructor, and you got to keep your friggin' body like that, girl. Period.
No, but I mean, whether it's instructor or like you in front of 100 over 1,000 people, you're giving the energy out. But if you don't keep some energy for yourself, which is what probably happened over the years, you just keep giving and giving and giving and giving and doing and showing up and doing videos, but you didn't keep anything for yourself. Actually, that's it. Over time, it eats at you. So for me, I give everything in the class. And over time, at one point, I was so reluctant to want to teach class because I felt I wasn't giving what I was supposed to give.
Right.
I had to take a step back from teaching for a bit and like, why am I teaching class?
Did you
why am I there?
From the gym? How long did you step back from it?
I took about 6 months. I stopped teaching for a little bit.
You did?
But it was a while ago, yeah. Then I just...
Is this the same studio and gym you teach now? You took the time away, or did you change?
I took the time away.
Were they reluctant?
I was burnt out. I was burnt out. I felt I wasn't, I was burnt out. Then I decided, after speaking to some of my friends, and then I say, you don't have to be 100% all the time.
Oh, God. Full circle moment after speaking to my friends.
Yeah, then you don't have to be, this is from a gym perspective, right? You don't have to be 100% all the time. Yes, you want to show up for the class. You want to do your best. You want to be the happy person on stage. You don't want to do that, but you're human. So I think that's when I sort of realized that, look, I'm here, let's do it together. And I found a different passion after that. So yeah, I think for if and when you come back, you sort of need to find that what you want, like what do you want from it? Not so much of give everything out to your audience, then it will be better.
Mm-hmm. Also,
and then I'll leave. Because I swear to God, I'm leaving. Do not end this live with me in it, okay?
Okay.
I'm leaving first. I swear to God, I got kicked off last time. My question back to you two, and I suppose anyone else who's watching in your own lives, relatable to the viewers and our subscribers watching, in your jobs, whatever job it might be, have you two, Kat and Amy, and then viewers who want to comment, have you two ever thought of retiring? Retiring, quitting, leaving YouTube, and then viewers leaving your jobs and going... And I don't mean leaving your job and going to another job. I have other companies, so they just rotate. I mean retiring.
From this platform.
You can go first, Amy.
Yeah.
From this platform, right?
Right, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
The internet. You're on social media. You are everywhere fashionably, Amy. I can Google you fashionably, Amy. I will find you in the gossip sites. I will find you on Reddit. I will find you fashionably, Amy. I will find Jerusha COUTURE anywhere. I'll find Kat L anywhere. Have you ever thought of retiring?
Well, yes, because life happens. For me, my biggest challenge is my own health. And I think, well, not publicly, but last week, we were just talking about it on the Luxury Live show for members. And I was just reflecting back on how I felt last year because, my health fluctuates.
Yeah,
there are ups and this and that. And so when you compound this with work stress, life stress, and then your obligations to show up on the internet, it becomes a lot. It becomes very demanding physically for me. Physically is my body is my biggest challenge in life, and it has been for like over. I want to say it's almost two. It's not quite, but it's reaching there, right? Like I got my condition when I was quite young, in my 20s. So Yeah, I've thought about it. And like I thought about how freeing it could be for not having to like in the middle of my trip with my family to take a picture of me. I need to get like my outfit picture, like like but I balance it out by just sometimes I do pictures, sometimes I don't. It depends on the mood, the vibe, how rushed we are. And I'm not as perfectionist anymore. I just truly am not. I don't know if you feel it that like if you feel ever that my videos, my content is not very perfect. It's not perfect to my standard at least. And I'm okay with not being perfect anymore. Because
I love that.
not that I was really perfect back then, but like I'm just not I'm not like I don't care if it's not perfect to my standards. I don't care that I don't have the latest equipment, that I have the best background, that my hair is the best shape that it is, my makeup, whatever. Like I sometimes film like I really needed a shower, but I still want to film before I go. Like I just finish my day just because I want to get over with it because I feel like, I'm balancing between a sense of like my own passion, but also a sense of accomplishment and my own like sense of responsibility to an audience. And then yet staying human. Like, I think, the best quote in business is that the people that succeed in business are the people that fail the most times. So the way I interpret it is that the less perfect I am, the more perfect I am actually. Because by being perfect every time, by nitpicking my videos every time, I'll never post any videos. So I feel like it doesn't matter if I stumble in my words during my live stream. It doesn't matter that I'm like so tired. I still want to show up. Sometimes, like you gotta rush videos for brands or even just your own videos. You just want to have some content regularly. I'll still post it. I'll still film it, even though I'm not in the best shape, in the best like physical, like stamina. I'll still do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I think that is why, at least that's what I think. I think that is why I haven't achieved like the highest, status on YouTube, whatever, right? Like engagement, whatever, numbers. I feel like that may be the reason, but I'm okay with that because that's the level of work that I'm able to commit to while having a life, and still be consistent. Okay, that is how much I can do, and that is fine. It can change over time. It can be less or more, depending on how I feel next year and the year after that. But
that's a very
like the last 3 weeks, I haven't posted any videos.
That is
but yeah, I have thought about quitting, but I think quitting is worse than not doing it not perfect. Quitting is worse than not doing it perfectly.
Right.
That is my answer.
I have not thought about retiring from YouTube, but I have definitely thought about changing my content because I think for me, maybe similar like how you would say, it's important that I like what I talk about on the channel.
Ooh,
I have to, if I don't feel like if I don't feel like I like handbags anymore and I keep talking about handbags, I think it's not authentic for me. So I have not thought about like, okay, I'm going to stop YouTube, but I have dabbled in other things. Like I love makeups. I'll talk about makeup. I don't care if it's only like 50 people watching it because I have to do it for me.
You have to love it.
But yes, I'm doing it for the audience. You want to watch it? I'll do it for you. But I have many like YouTube requests of videos. I'm like, I'll do it, but okay, we'll see. And I never do it because I just cannot put it out because it's not me. So retiring entirely, no. Leaving the channel, no. But definitely thought about just switching it up to something that I'm more passionate about. I still love my handbags. Otherwise, we won't be doing this luxury live show. But there are waves, right? Like you said, there are waves that I'm like, I don't want to talk about handbags anymore. I want to talk about my dog. I want to talk about my dog. I want to talk about, skincare and and then for a while my videos will be that kind of content, and then I'll float back because I like many things. So
fluctuate. That's the word. Fluctuate. If it fluctuates,
it goes up and down. So yeah,
you both answered that question perfectly. So thank you.
Yeah. All right, Jerusha, we'll see you.
Leaving.
You are leaving. Okay.
Yeah, we have to wrap it up soon as well.
Thank you.
Either you
so
leave
much.
or we kick you out.
You two keep talking. Bye.
Bye, love. Okay. Oh, that was so cool. Thanks, Jerusha.
Nice
anyway, we have like 9 minutes,
really nice
which we probably cannot finish today's original topic. We'll probably have to like do it again, like continue
we'll do it again
of this topic next week. We didn't even
but
get
it's
to
nice
ask
to see her. She
work
looks
ethic.
really good. Jerusha, if you're continuing, you look fantastic.
Yeah,
so do what you are doing. Like do what you're doing now, like for the past 6 months. The relaxing, the whole, taking a step back. I think it's good. I need to take a step back sometimes.
We all do.
Which is why probably I'm buying Labubus.
It's okay.
It's bringing me a different kind of joy.
For me, it's like I need to take more big trips like I am right now. I need to do more and be with the people that matter. Like, I mean, of course, everybody matters, but like, the people in Asia, I don't see very often. I need to be doing more like special big trips like this. It's amazing. And like the Luxee meetups, meeting up with members in person, it's just a whole different, like it's a out of body experience because it's not like we see, like you guys see us, but like we never really see you and your faces and your voices and just how you are in person. And that is amazing. That is something that I would never have if I don't have this platform and this live stream, right? So anyway, we definitely have to finish. I think each of us, we still have like basically 80% of the items we're supposed to share, but we didn't get to share.
Another one. We'll keep it for another video. Oh, well, we still have 7 minutes. Yeah.
We do.
I can show. I'll do. Okay, I do this one. Let me. Oh, wait, I did. It's your turn.
I know. I can show the next one here.
All right, I'll show the last one for the day.
So this is just an example of like what I was going to show, but like it's not this one. So I was actually just showing this earlier, right? So this is a Kelly pocket belt that I love. I actually been wearing it like so often during this trip. But the reason why I wanted to show this is because like your Labubu, I kind of went overboard with Kelly belts. Like I bought so many, right? All the different colors. And then the last one that I bought, which was the Etupe one, Etupe with rose gold. That one, like I literally bought almost like on a whim. Just because I'm like, that's what Hermes does to you, right? Like when you're into Hermes and you're like, you show up to your appointment and then what you wanted is not available, but you still want to walk away with something. You don't want to feel like you're walking away empty-handed and then wasting your essay's time. So I'm like, do you have Kelly belts? Like I'll get another color. Like literally, it's like that random. Although it matches the color of my Lindy because it's Etupe. But did I really need another belt to match another color of my bags? No. So I think not this one, but like the latest one that I bought, the one in Etupe and rose gold, I honestly did not need it. That's the least worn one that I have. It's such a random purchase. So it made it into the worst purchase list because I'm like, did not want to walk away empty-handed. Like that's so stupid as a reason alone to buy something. Yeah. You can have empty-handed sometimes. It's okay.
Yeah. Did you buy like 2 of those Kelly belt? Like I can't remember.
I have 3 of these. And then I have the regular Kelly belt in Etupe, which seriously, Amy, do you really need all of those? No, you don't.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the comments. Like, since we have still a few minutes, let me just scroll all the way up. And Jerusha, okay, warm tone.
Yeah, it's probably because this jacket is more on the warm tone, and I can pull it off, like this jacket, right? I can pull it off, obviously. Like even me looking at the screen right now, I'm like, hey, this jacket looks good. Like, why do I not like it, right? I do, but I think it's just, it doesn't match the majority of my items. So it's really hard for me to style. It's really, really hard for me to style.
Okay, so we covered that. Okay, yep. Jerusha. Okay, she didn't tell us how. We didn't ask her anyway. What's her worst purchase? We can ask her next time. I have to. Okay, this is so random since we only like few minutes. Like, I'm not sure what to go. Is anybody buying the new collection from LV that's coming out in January? Like everybody is talking about it. The multicolor line. I saw a lot of videos, a lot of Instagram pictures coming up.
Not
Let
me.
me put it out there. Not you. I heard I saw on Meredith, Living Lux with Meredith. It is a huge collection, like huge, so many things. So I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I sold all my multicolor. Do I really want to get this? No. No. Though, let's see what they come out, right? Let's see what they come out with. Like they could come out with a massive, wow, SLG, shoes, bags, jackets, clothes, everything. Maybe it'll be something cute. So we'll see. It starts, if you're into it, January 2nd. Okay, January 2nd.
I just changed the title of our video live stream because it makes no sense to call it just worst purchases anymore. I have to like add Jerusha shows up and talks about life
on YouTube.
Like literally that's like 90% of the live stream. So yeah, hopefully people don't get too confused by the title. It'll be a part 2, okay? It'll be part 2
says, yes, you are buying. Okay, girl, what you buying? What are you buying? I might get FOMO and buy something, but no, I don't think so. Oh, texted to pre-order. Ooh.
For me, I'm struggling because I'm kind of like, oh, do I buy? Because the new Chanel Cruise collection is out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, do I buy the new Chanel 22 mini in the metallic colors? Because it's so nice.
Oh God.
It's so expensive now. Oh my gosh, especially metallic is a bit more as well. But it's so nice.
It's so nice, right? I'm telling you. There is something about silver and metallic. Even the metallic green is nice. Oh my God.
Yeah, they have purple, they have orange, they have green, they have silver, gold. Is there another color? Yeah, but metallic green is nice. Oh,
the
blue,
lilac.
blue, yeah.
There's a lilac apparently. Well, but I'm telling you, silver. Woo! They did a good job with this silver. Like this line this time is like, what's going on?
I'm so tempted. But also the other thing is I'll be back in Vancouver in no time, and then like I'm gonna be carrying a silver bag in the middle of winter. Like it just doesn't even compute with me. Like all my coats are dark colors, and like it's such a summery bag, right? It's such a cruise collection, right? So I'm like, am I just buying it because I see it everywhere now? But like, does it make sense in my collection? I don't want to end up being like another jacket, right? So yeah, but it's so pretty. It's so pretty.
Julie said she's trying to get the nano speedies in both colors. Yes, I kind of like the white. Yeah. If I were to get one, I think the nano speedy would be a good one. But I heard it's quite expensive, so we'll see. Okay, we finish our live with Jerusha.
Before
Well-
after she left, which is an improvement from last time. Last time I had to literally go to bed.
Girl.
Jerusha, I had to go to bed because it was 4 hours long. So I'm like, sorry, Jerusha, but it's like past midnight. I literally, my eyes are trying to close. I need to take a shower. I'm like, okay, we gotta wrap this up. But yeah, it was fun though.
Okay,
But yeah,
so
we'll continue this topic
are we-
next week. No, not
Yes.
next week. Another time.
We'll do the
We'll
topic
continue it
another
next month. Okay, we'll continue this topic live, public live, part 2. And yeah, we'll see you. Yeah, we'll see you
Next
again
week.
very soon. Yeah, next week with the members.
Yep.
Bye.